Hello, very good morning students. Myself Ekal Shah from New LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. Today we are going to discuss the subject probability and statistic, and in this subject we are going to discuss especially unit 4 applied statistic. So let's start with the introduction. The purpose behind the sampling theory is the study of the test of hypothesis or test of significance. In many situations, assumptions are made about the population on the basis of the sample information. Such as assumption is called statistical hypothesis, which may or may not be true. The procedure which enables us to decide on the basis of the sample results whether a hypothesis is true or not is called test of hypothesis or test of significance. Here, some terms related to test of hypothesis. Number one, parameters. The statistical constant of population such as mean, standard deviation, correlation coefficient, population proportion, etc. are called the parameter. Statistics. The statistical constant for the sample drawn from the given population such as mean, standard deviation, correlation coefficient, sample proportion, etc. are called statistics. What is sampling distribution? So consider all possible sample of size n which can be drawn from a population of size capital N. These samples will give different values of statistics. The mean of the sample will not be identical. If these different means are arranged according to their frequency, the frequency distribution formed is called sampling distribution of mean. Standard error. The standard deviation of the sampling distribution of a statistic is known as its standard error. Null hypothesis. Null hypothesis is the hypothesis which is tested for the possible rejection under the assumption that it is true. It is denoted by H0. Next one is the alternative hypothesis. Any hypothesis which is complementary to the null hypothesis is called an alternative hypothesis and it is denoted by HA. Test statistic. After setting up the null hypothesis and alternative hypothesis, test statistic is calculated. Error in hypothesis testing. The main objective in sampling theory is to draw a valid inference about the population parameter on the basis of the sample result. There is every chance that is a decision regarding a null hypothesis may be correct or may not be correct. There are two types of error. Type 1 error, it is the error of rejecting the null hypothesis when it is true. And type 2 error, it is the error of accepting the null hypothesis H0 when it is false. The next one is level of significance. The level of significance is the maximum probability of making a type 1 error and it is denoted by alpha. The next is critical region. The critical region or rejection region is the region of the standard normal curve corresponding to a predetermined level of significance alpha. The region under the normal curve, which is not covered by the rejection region, is known as the acceptance region, right? And the two-tail test and one-tail test. What is the two-tail and one-tail? So when the test of hypothesis is made on the basis of rejection region represented by both the sides of the standard normal curve, it is called a two-tail test. And if it is represented by either right-hand side or the left-hand side, then it is known as the one-tail test, right? Now, what is right-tail test? So, in the right-tail test, the rejection region or the critical region lies entirely on the right tail of the normal curve. Similarly, the left tail test is what? That is, in the left tail test, the rejection region or the critical region lies entirely on the left tail of the normal curve. Confidence limit. The limit within which a hypothesis should lie with specified probability are called confidence limit. Here are the procedure for testing of hypothesis. Steps in testing of statistical hypothesis are as follow. Null hypothesis. Set up the null hypothesis H0. That is the number 1 step. Next, number 2, alternative hypothesis. So set up the alternative hypothesis H0 as we already discussed. This will decide the use of single, or we can say one tail or two tail test. Next one is level of significance. Select the appropriate level of significance alpha depending on the reliability of the estimate of the permissible risk. If no level of significance is given, alpha is selected as 0.05, right? So this is our point 3 here. Now the next one is test statistic. For the test statistic, see, this one is the third point and this one is the fourth point. Here we have to calculate the test statistic according to given data and using the appropriate formula. Now, next one is the critical value. For the critical value, find the significance value from the table, that is tabulated value Z alpha of Z at the given level of significance alpha. The next one is decision. Now we have to compare the calculated value Z with the tabulated value Z alpha. If mod Z is less than Z alpha at the level of the significance value alpha, the null hypothesis is accepted. And if mod Z is greater than Z alpha at the level of the significance value alpha, the null hypothesis is rejected. So these are the procedure, or we can say the working rule for testing of the hypothesis. So let's start some example for the better understanding, right? And before going to example, here, test of significance for large sample. If a sample consists of more than 30 items, it is considered as a large sample. Suppose the hypothesis to be tested is that the probability of success in such trial is P, assuming it to be true. The mean mu, standard deviation sigma of the sampling distribution of number of success follow a binomial probability distribution. If X is observed number of success in the sample and Z is the standard normal variate, then Z is equal to X minus mu upon the standard deviation. So here are some examples for the better understanding. A coin was tossed 960 times and returned head 183 times. Test the hypothesis that the coin is unbiased. Use 0.05 level of significance. So let's start the solution. Here, your N is here N is 960, right? P, that is probability of getting head. And that is 1/2. What about Q? Q is 1 minus P. So 1 minus 1/2, that is again 1/2. Mu is equal to NP. So we have N is 960, P is 1/2. So mu is 480. What about the sigma, standard deviation? That is square root of NPQ. So square root of 960 into P, that is 1/2. Q is again 1/2. So our final answer is 15.49. And X is the number of success. Here X is equal to number of success, and that is 183. Now, this is our given data. Let's start the solution with the number 1 and that is null hypothesis. H naught. Okay, so here we have to set up our H naught. The coin is unbiased. Coin is unbiased because we have to check the hypothesis that the coin is unbiased. That's why we set our null hypothesis, the coin is unbiased. And the second step, alternative hypothesis H naught. That is the complementary of the null hypothesis. That's why the coin is biased. Right. Now, we'll move for the level of the significance as we have given our level of significance is 0.05. So, number 3, level of significance. Level of significance alpha is equal to 0.05. Okay, now the next step is test statistic. For the test statistic, we have to apply the formula that is Z is equal to X minus mu upon standard deviation. By substituting the value, X is 183, mu is 480, and our standard deviation is 15.49. So after simplification, the value of Z, that is minus 19.17. So what about the modulus of Z? Modulus of Z is 19.17. Okay. Now, the next step is critical value. For the critical value, Z alpha, and that is 1 Z 0.05, and it is 1.96. Okay, because as per the rule here we have given alpha is 0.05. So this is Z 0.05 and the value of 1.96. The last step, students, decision. Decision is what? By comparing the test statistic and critical value. Here, mode Z is greater than Z alpha. As the mode Z is greater than Z alpha, so the null hypothesis is rejected. As the null hypothesis is rejected, so alternative hypothesis is obviously accepted. So the coin is biased. Here, the coin is biased. That is our final conclusion. Let's move for one more example. A dice is tossed 960 times and it falls with 5 upwards 184 times. Is the dice unbiased at a level of significance of 0.01? So here n equal to 960. Okay, P, that is the probability of getting 5 upward. Probability of getting 5 upward with one die that is 1 by 6. So Q, as you all know what about Q? Q is 1 minus P and that is 5 by 6. Mu, what is mu? NP. So 960 into 1 by 6. So that is 160. And standard deviation, sigma is square root of NPQ. So here 960 into 1 by 6 into 5 by 6, and after simplification this is 11.55. Okay, and the last is X, that is the number of success. Number of success is already given in our given data, and that is 184. So let's start the solution. Number 1, null hypothesis, that is H naught. H naught is what we have to check, is the dice unbiased? As we have to check the dice is unbiased, so our null hypothesis is the dice is unbiased. And number 2, alternative, that is just complementary of the null hypothesis. So alternative hypothesis HA, and that is the dice is biased. Okay, so this is our second step. Let's move for the third step as our level of significance, which is already given, and that is 0.01. So my next step, level of significance. That is what? Alpha equal to 0.01. The next one, fourth step, and that is here the test statistic. Test statistic is Z is equal to X minus mu upon standard deviation, right? And after substituting all value and after simplification, my answer is 2.08. Okay, so mod of Z, that is also 2.08. Now, the second last step, and that is critical value. Critical value is Z alpha. So here our alpha is 0.01. So my answer is 2.58. Now, at the last step, decision by comparing the test statistic value and critical value. Here, mod Z is greater than, sorry, is less than Z alpha, right? So here mod Z is less than Z alpha. So as per the rule, if test statistic mod Z is less than critical value, the null hypothesis is accepted. The null hypothesis is accepted, and as per the null hypothesis, the dice is here. The dice is unbiased at level of significance of 0.01. So thank you, students. This is the example, basic example for the testing of the hypothesis. We'll continue this topic in the next lecture also. If you have any query, feel free to contact me. Thank you.